Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka B.Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend, Beauty Besties. I know we just finished Halloween and we're rolling into the holidays. In fact, pack your bag and don't grab your passport. I'm taking you on my Japanese vacation with me. That's right. Your beauty best friend went to Japan recently, and I said, I'm gonna share my vacation. If you've ever thought about going to Japan, the time is now. So, you know what to do. Grab your beverage or your sake. Let go. What's going on, Beauty Besties? Most importantly, what you sipping on? Tea, and not just any regular tea. First of all, I said we gotta spill the tea today on my Japanese vacation, honey. Yes, your beauty best friend went to Tokyo and Osaka, and I said we got to spill the tea on Japan, but most importantly, we're gonna spill the tea, matcha tea that is, because I got it out of Tokyo. Yes, honey, this is fresh Japanese tea. So, cheers to you, sugar. Now, before we travel halfway around the world, or wherever you're coming from, for all the new beauty besties, welcome on in. While you're here though, don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on all this good old melanated magic sugar. And for all the beauty besties that's not new to this, but you are what? True to this? Y'all know! Do it again. Y'all know! Ooh, one more time. Y'all know I love seeing y'all. Welcome back in the room, sugar. So this is a bucket list trip for your beauty best friend. I flew from Hawaii to Tokyo on Hawaiian Airlines. Look at me excited going down the jet bridge before I knew it was in store. I paid for premium economy, but it felt basic. But the service announcement felt cute. Don't judge me, I wasn't paying to remove that watermark, but we were off. I thank God for the wine on the flight, and we're landing in Tokyo. A little gray, but in the words of Graham, here we are. Thank you, Jesus. And I checked into the M.A.C. Tokyo, which is an autograph collection by Marriott. Look at this view. This hotel was really nice, and I was even more impressed with the room. Look at this room. I just knew this room was going to be super tiny, like a New York City room, but it was a lot bigger and spacious than I expected. That keyboard controlled the Bluetooth in the room. Look how big and spacious and bright. Look at that shower. I love a good personal touch. They left me a note. And so it's the next morning. We headed to the Tokyo fish market. That's me walking down the street with my umbrella because it was raining that morning. We dove right in. Like, it was all about the food exploration. And so I stopped first because I saw this man make this little sandwich. And I said, "You making sandwiches, sir? Pour me some wine." So we poured up some rosé because it looked oh so good and refreshing because Tokyo was hot, and this is me so excited. And then we went over to the seafood marketplace. Ooh, baby, y'all see that? You grab it, they grill it up. It was tasty. Needless to say, we ordered a smorgasbord of food, but this oyster was a standout for me. I've never seen an oyster this size. Everybody punked out, but I said, I ain't no quitter. So down the hatch you go. And from there, we did a little bit of ceramic shopping, buying some accoutrements or whatever for the house, some tchotchkes. The girls in the group then discovered this whiskey vending machine bar, so we had some highballs. This is me having a highball. Then we met this man who said, come on over to my bar. So we were like, show. This man's bar was the only bar at the end of the hallway. We could have been abducted, but God's grace and mercy. He hopped on the piano, started singing for us. Then he said, y'all want shots of sake? We said, of course. This was him pouring a shot of sake for us. And then we toasted to making new friends. Then we said, do you know trap music? Let's play you a little bit of Trina. So we started dancing and listening to Trina. Then from there, I got back on the piano with him, and we sang a little ditty called Big Booty Bitches. From there, we started listening to Renaissance, drinking more sake at this point. Then I said, I don't want to leave, but we got to go right now. We went to try to find us a snack. These chill pickled cucumbers are a clutch and delicious. And I am really impressed with the sanitation in Japan just overall. Then we stumbled upon this consignment shop. They handed us white gloves to come in to touch their stuff, okay? Y'all see these designer bags? Y'all see this artwork on the wall? This place was sophisticated. We then stumbled upon a sake store and decided to go in to buy some bottles of sake. They allowed us to taste all the bottles and anything we wanted to taste multiple times. This is us turned up in the sake store. I took a few of the bottles back with me, back to my hotel, had a whole dance party, child. I was drunk off of sake. This is me the next morning trying to hold it together to go downstairs for breakfast at the hotel. I will say I was thoroughly impressed with this breakfast buffet. You can get juice flights, handmade coffees, handmade teas. The food was amazing. place to order eggs and ramen and fruit from all over the world. It was delicious. And you know you gotta have breakfast with a little bit of champagne, especially when you have a view like this for breakfast. After breakfast and possibly a nap, I got dressed for the day to meet the group downstairs. First up, that's Sarah. And next up, this is Aria coming downstairs looking refreshed and gorgeous. Then the boys came down. That is Terrence, aka Richie Sky, and Jeff being Jeff. Look at Jeff. I'm gonna leave this in too, Jeff. You're welcome. And we were out for the day on our adventure. We took a taxi into the city. Look how beautiful the sun came out this day. There was no clouds in the sky. There was this little Eiffel Tower looking thing in Tokyo. And then we had a little stopover to kick off our afternoon out with a little bit of champagne. Then I pulled out the big boy camera so I could blog about it. This is what you're watching. You're welcome. And we started walking over to the sushi restaurant to have lunch that Sarah found online. But baby, we got there and our faces were gagged because the place was booked to capacity and we could not eat there. So then we needed to do something else. But in the meantime, we found this blue jeans store that was really kind of cute. So we stopped over there and did some blue jeans shopping. And then we found a sushi restaurant that could take us. The place was small and convenient, but the food was bussin'. We ordered so much food, we left out of their stuff. So much so we had to stop and get some vitamin C shots just to keep it pumping. From there, we did some sightseeing. We headed to the Meiji Jingu Temple. That's what it looks like. That's just the outside part of the temple. But before you walk in, there's this cute little coffee shop. So we stopped in to grab some coffee for a little bit of an energy burst. And as you're walking through the temple, you see they have barrels of consecrated wine and straw-wrapped barrels of sake. I was like, y'all got tasting on this consecrated wine and sake? But this was just stunning altogether. And then we reached the main part of the temple where you actually have the temple itself. It was stunning. I mean, the craftsmanship alone was just absolutely ornate. If you had to pay reverence here. And when I tell you the trees made it feel like it was something out of a movie, and when the sun was beating us over our heads, you could even leave a personalized message with a donation as well. And from there, we went to one of the busiest crossings in the world, Shibuya Crossing. Shibuya, Shibuya, roll call. Some of y'all gonna get that. But we did the Shibuya Crossing, and from a bird's eye view, look how busy it gets. I thought I was gonna get lost up in this crossing. Y'all better hold on to y'all husband and y'all kids so nobody gets snatched. We survived. I did my little back dance, and then we headed over to Don Quixote Mega Edition. I'm gonna just go ahead and warn y'all, it's a self-induced panic attack, so grab your Valium. It is like Costco's and Walmart in Las Vegas. Nothing but sounds, lights, and everything everywhere. But I came for skincare and makeup, and I got skincare and makeup plus more, especially this mascara, which I love. I wish I bought more of. And then it was day 3, our last day in Tokyo, so we had to make the best of it. It was a little gray, but I said for lunch, I want to go back to the seafood market. I want to eat all the food again, and I brought Mommy Mel out. That's Mommy Mel on my shirt. With the rain, we decided to take our time to order our food. So first up was the meat stand. Yes, meat on a stick. You gotta love it. Kobe beef, that is. So you tell them what you want. They grab the skewers and they slap it up on the grill for you. Fresh off the grill, Kobe beef skewers. I needed round 2 with oysters. This time I got it grilled, and baby, this is me doing the happy dance. That mug was good. Then the girls served me some egg on a stick. Then Terrence got him a hot piece of meat stick as well while I'm eating my chilled cucumber. Y'all see the steam off of that meat stick? It looked delicious, but this cucumber was refreshing. I ate it as I waited for my crab legs to be ready, and it is ready. Now I'm gonna tell you, I got ready to dig in, honey, and in fact, I dug in. And you see this man looking at me like this? Now, I don't mind an audience. I didn't know if you were surprised or just jealous, sir, but I was messing this crab leg up. I was digging in good. I even shared with the family, of course, but I was enjoying my crab leg, having my moment. You know I'm having a good moment when I'm laughing and eating at the same time. But you know what had me gagged? These fresh peaches that were freshly carved. Even this man slowed down to look at us. This peach tastes like white cranberry juice by Ocean Spray, but I finished it up with my sake. We ate our meal, and then we went on to the arcade called Jopolis. This was basically like an adult arcade, and I was here for it. You walk through and they spray you down for sanitation. I was like, what is this? What does this smell like? Is it gonna get me? Did it get in my mouth? But I heard music, so I started to turn up with my umbrella. Had a great time at the arcade. Then we went to McDonald's, so I went a Japanese McFry, and then also we had some macaroons from McDonald's. This is me eating the macaroon, taking it all in, savoring. So then it was time to go out. We got us a little pre-game cocktail at the hotel, and then I told Sarah and Aria that I wanted to go see the gays. So we found us a gay bar. They were doing gay karaoke, or just karaoke, but it happened to be at a gay bar. So Sarah and I started singing Beauty and the Beast, and I was singing like there was a whole audience there. So much so that this guy cut Sarah off and started singing her part with me. And Sarah was like, I ain't competing with you, Sarah, so you got it. So he and I finished the song as his boyfriend looked on creating Disney magic together. And then the next day it was time for us to head to Osaka. We took the bullet train to Osaka. Ate me a little snack box on the ride. It was about $2 2.5 hours from Tokyo to Osaka on this train. It was so easy. The train station is a little confusing, but the ride was amazing. We threw back some energy drinks at the train station before we checked into the hotel. This is my hotel room. I'm not gonna call the hotel name, but the room looked like it had not been upgraded since it had been colonized back in like 1905, okay? So we decided this was not gonna work. We moved hotels to the Osaka Station Hotel, which was an autograph collection hotel, which matched the same energy as the M.A.C Hotel in Tokyo. This was a stunning property. You can easily see the difference from night to day from my last hotel to this current hotel. The room was a little bit smaller than the M.A.C, but it was stunning. It was updated. The service was amazing. But I'm gonna tell you something. You have not lived until you had an automatic toilet seat. You could thank me later. I need one in my life. So the hotel was nice and modern with a magnificent view and a great room. From there, we went downstairs to the basement of this hotel because it was connected to the mall for the food court. Food courts in Japan hit different from the States. Do y'all see these food options? These indoor dining sit-down options? So after food and a good night's rest, we decided to explore Osaka Castle the next day. I really wanted to take like a tour here because it was a castle. I thought I wanted to see where, you know, a former emperor lived, but it was more like a museum. So I was a little disappointed from that because it did not look like a livable space anymore. So we got a chance to see some historical, you know, items and artifacts. I took a tour on the roof deck. You can see the view from there. Again, stunning. I was just a little disappointed because I wanted to see somebody's bedroom and or where they were having a fine dinner for the masses. Then once we left there, we were exhausted. But look how beautiful Osaka Castle was at night. We got back to the hotel and the girls and I decided we wanted to go out for a drink. So we went to the Four Seasons in Osaka. Meanwhile, we found out they had just been open for only 4 days. So they sent their head bartender who did a lot of great party tricks and made great drinks as well. He made us great drinks using this Eskimo block of ice and even gave us some specialty drinks that weren't on the menu as well. After all that drinking the night before, I went to the Yugari room in the hotel. They had a hot springs and a relaxation room. So as a Titanium Elite member, I decided to go in. This is me grabbing some drinks, grabbing some nuts. And then I said, you know what? Let me head down to breakfast to get my sustenance on. Look how stunning this dining room was for breakfast. This too was also another great moment where they had a beautiful breakfast buffet. From everything from fresh fruit to fresh desserts, hot beverages, and made to order as well. Decided to have a little demure breakfast, you know, a little tea, little fruit, little champagne. Then we headed over to 2nd Street, which is like this consignment secondhand store. It was surprisingly better than I expected. The kids had to drag me out. Terrence and Jeff was like, you gotta go. So we go, we get out, and I was like, okay, this is like a better version of a Goodwill or whatever. And so we explored around. I may have bought a few things, but I was really impressed on the quality here for the secondhand store. Once we finished shopping, we dashed over to the matcha tea ceremony class I had booked for us. I drink matcha every day to start my day. So I said, well, if I'm gonna be here in Osaka, why not take the class with the family? So we got a chance to learn the history behind matcha, the proper way to make it, how matcha was used as negotiation back in the day. She allowed us to choose our specific matcha bowl. She even walked us through like what the different designs on matcha bowls mean based off of time of year. We then scooped our matcha out into our bowls, and then we got a chance to whisk that matcha up to drink it with our little treat that we had to go with it. It was a beautiful explanation of how to drink it and how to present it to your guests. And then we watched her formally do it in a ceremonial type of manner. Look at her posture and position, very demure. She's going ahead and she's pouring that hot water in. She's scooping out her matcha and she is whisking it up. She taught us how to serve our guests. You're welcome. I'm now officially able to serve you. Then we headed to our final and last dinner. It was also Jeff's birthday recently, so we ordered a bottle of champagne. Nothing we needed a reason to toast Jeff up with champagne, but we did our final toast at dinner. Got back to the hotel for a nightcap where we shared gratitude moments on this memorable trip. Cheers to Jeff, Sarah, Aria, and Terrence for making my Japanese bucket list vacation a dream come true. I took the train back from Osaka to Tokyo to hop on a flight from Tokyo to Hawaii to continue my journey back home to Miami. And that's that, Beauty Besties. I hope you guys enjoyed a little glimpse behind the scenes of my Japanese vacation with some of my closest friends who I call framly. You know, friends who became family. Framly. You can use it. You're welcome. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you've ever thought about going to Japan, do it. I came back so full, not just rich off the culture, but rich off the food. It was delicious. And I just appreciate the culture. I appreciate how clean it was. I appreciate how kind people were. And I just appreciate how between Tokyo and Osaka, it was two different vibes altogether. And like I said, I can't wait to go back. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about Japan. If you've ever been, where did you go? What were your thoughts? What was your experience? I want to know. And on that note, Beauty Besties, I got to go. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video. If you like, and leave me a comment. Most importantly, check the notifications. Make sure they're turned on so you don't miss out on all this good old melanated magic sugar. Who loves you? I do. Arigato. Bye.